Wind down Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock. A nice Chardonnay, a little song and small talk. And some of my friends may drop by from just down the block. So it's wind down Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock.
Yes, sirree. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Doug and I have just gotten over colds, so it's a little scary around here. Like some of my M's and N's might sound like D's, like I say Montana. But I'm gonna sing this little song for you, and picked out songs that I thought that I could get through without any eking today. I ride no pain and lead no Dan. I'm going to Montana to throw the houlihan. They feed in the coulees, the water and the draw. The tails are all matted, the backs are all raw. Well, Bill Jones had 2 daughters and a son. One went to Denver and the other went wrong. His wife, she died in a pool room fight. But Bill keeps on singing from morning till night. Ride around and slow. The fiery and the snuffy are raring to go. Well, when I die, take my saddle from the wall. Go fetch my pony, lead him out of the stall. Tie my bones to his back, turn our faces to the west. We'll ride the trails that we love the best. Ride around down slow. The fire and the snuffy are raring to go. Ride around and slow. The fiery and the snuffy are raring to go. Yeah, so I remember the times when I used to work 6 nights a week in different little bars and things like that. And sometimes I would just get hoarse because I talked too much or sung too much or whatever. And back in those days, they were smoky bars, so you never knew, if you were going to have the full voice. And I always had this whole, group of songs that I could draw from whenever I had a cold or whatever was happening. And that was one of my treasures for when I really didn't have to have a whole lot of notes.
But you sound great, and you're feeling better because
Don't worry. So I'm so good now. It was just a couple of days of coughing, and honest truth is, this was not a bad cold. I mean, Doug's had it longer than me, but he has a bigger nose than me.
That's true. I got a lot more room for cold.
That's just mean, wasn't it? No, I like your nose. I think you have a cute nose.
Well, I don't know if cute's the right word, but I'll take the compliment.
I could say handsome. Maybe that'd be a better compliment.
Well,
so
at least it's not as big as my brother's, so there you go.
Oh, Michael, I'm so sorry he said that. He's mean. But Michael, you have a good nose too. But different. You don't have the same nose, you guys. It's funny. It's like I kind of see your dad, and I see a little bit more of your grandfather's side on you, Doug.
Okay.
So, anyway.
But enough about my nose.
Enough about your noses, yes. So we're just home for a couple of days. So we've been scurrying around trying to get some work done in the yard, as I'm sure everybody is this time of year. Finally got my pots planted. not pot planted. That was not what I said. I got my pots with my flowers in them planted, and yeah, and a bunch of just like little bits and pieces of stuff that I've been wanting to get done. And tomorrow morning we're flying out and going to Phoenix, where I'm going to be doing some more shows with Kathy. Kathy Mattea and I will be in Prescott on Friday, and I think there's a few tickets left, but it's pretty sparse. And then also we will be in Phoenix at the MIM, the Musical Instrument Museum, which is a super cool place. And we have 4 shows there. We have a 5:30 or a 5 o'clock or something like that on Saturday, and then also an 8. And then I think on Sunday it's 5 and 7:30 or something like that. But really like just a few tickets. So if you really want to come, you better jump on it, because I think there's like 4 or 5, and one of them sold out. So, but we would love to see you. And then I don't get to see Kathy again till August, which is a bummer. But Craig and Rob and I are going to be, let's see, where are we first? We're going to be in Colstrip, Montana on the 25th, I think, or 24th. I can't remember. You guys don't mind going to the website. I can't remember all this stuff completely up here. It's clogged up with stuff. And we're going to be there for their celebration, which is in the daytime. That's an afternoon show outdoors. And then we are going to be doing a few casino dates in Oklahoma. So anybody's around Tulsa, we're going to be in Tulsa, we're going to be in West Salem, and we're going to be in Roland, right. So we'll be there the beginning of July, I think, something like 6, 7, 8, something like that. And then toward the middle and end of July, we're going to be in Gainesville, Georgia, and we are going to be in Forsyth, which I love that area there. So we're going to have a lot of fun down there. And then come August, we're going to be, the first part of August, the 4th, we're going to be at City Winery in Chicago, Illinois. And we are going to be in Bishop Hill, which is really close to a town that I lived in for about 3 or 4 years, called Kewanee. And so we're going to be at Bishop Hill, and that's another afternoon show, which I think is just a free show. So come out if you can. Anybody around those parts, we would love to have you. And we've got lots more shows coming up. We're going to be, Kathy and I are going to be out in August. We're going to be in Steamboat Springs, and we're going to be up in Lewistown, Montana. And I got lots coming up in the fall as well. So Doug and I are just trying to get the cookbook finished and get this new album finished. And so every minute that we have at home, we're doing early morning shift on the yard and doing afternoon shifts on cookbooks and records. So we plan to have everything out this fall, and don't have exact dates just yet, but we've got a show at the Americana Fest that we are trying to get everything done for, so that the new album will be finished and I will know all the songs so that we can showcase them at Americana Fest. So, and it is definitely an Americana kind of record. It's real band, kind of got a little bluesy vibe to it. Got some good country songs on there too, and I think you're gonna like it. So what's everybody else up to? You guys having some good weather, I hope. We have had beautiful weather the last couple of days, so
Yeah.
probably could use some rain.
But people are amazed at all the work, and somebody mentioned that the Oklahoma dates aren't on the website, and that's true because they're not on their website yet, but maybe they might come up tonight, but anyway. And then the Chicago one's not on the website yet because it just confirmed this morning. So
Yeah, we'll get it all up there real quick before we take off. And I wanted to. I just haven't been able to just forget about Scotland yet. I'm sort of like my heart was still over there for a while. And, we made such good friends over there. And, of course, we made good friends with the people from the States that went with us over there. So, I don't know. I just thought it might be cool since I wasn't in the best voice today. I thought maybe I would give you a little slideshow and let you see some of the pictures that we took while we were over there. This is just a few. I won't bore you to death. But I thought it might be kind of fun to see see the place we stayed, and there's going to be pictures of 3 different castles with 3 different whole vibes. So, where are we starting? Okay, so this is the castle at Kincardine where we stayed, and this is it's a beautiful, beautiful home, and these people, occasionally they rent it out for specific parties and things like that, and particularly their garden, which is fantastic. And I want to show you some pictures of the garden. So this is as you walk into the garden, and there's all sorts of these beautiful pathways. This one has that golden. You're going too fast, honey.
Well, I can't. I don't have any control over it. I thought we were going to do a slideshow. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I can move it forward, but I can't stop it.
So okay. Anyway. Well, I can't talk fast.
Okay. So
fast enough. So
right,
okay.
Let me see if I can do something about that. Hang on.
Okay.
1 second.
You know me, too wordy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for that. So hang on a second. Let's see.
I could just go in between them. So there's the castle, Kincardine Castle, and that's part of the garden. Are we slowing down?
Okay, just tell me if you want to go. I can go.
Okay, so there's like sections of the garden that were like all in certain colors. So this was a section of the garden that was just all purples and blues, and like just a phenomenal. Those are forget-me-nots, and these I can't remember what those were, but most of them I can't grow here because it's too hot in Tennessee. But you folks up in Maine, I bet you could get a lot of these beautiful plants. You wouldn't have believed the rhododendrons and stuff. They were just absolutely gigantic.
Balmoral.
Okay, now this is Balmoral, the famous place where the Queen loved to stay so much. And we had a wonderful tour there and spent a whole afternoon there. So there's me and Doug. This was out kind of in one of the gardens they had there, but they actually have food gardens there as well. So that's us with steeples behind us. And this is Doug with a steeple for a hat. I thought that was funny, so I took that picture. This is another castle. This is a castle we went to almost at the very end of our trip. And, oh gosh, Doug, can you remember the name? Denneker?
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody on here will know.
I think it's Denneker or something like that. And it was fantastic. It's like from the 12th century. And I guess William Wallace really took it away from the English at some point. And the coolest thing about it for me was that this is one of those castles where, they have the exterior walls and people lived within the walls and they lived inside of the walls. And, we got to see there's Dougie. We got to see, where the gardens were and things like this. And it just kind of took you back in time to, I don't know, Game of Thrones or something, Is it Dunatar?
Dunatar, yeah.
Yeah, so, and out of the castle, you had these beautiful views of the ocean. So, even if you were a prisoner, it could have looked pretty decent if you were just looking out the window like that, That's what I kept thinking about. What if I was a prisoner here? And this is the other side of the castle. They had this amazing beach on the other side of the castle. Of course, we had this huge walk that we had to go up and down, and it was wonderful. And the next day, we flew home. So I thought,
I figured out how to pause it now. So.
Oh, okay, great. So we flew home, but I kept trying to figure out, why do my calves hurt so badly? And it was because of that walk, because we had to go down this huge hill and then up this huge hill. And yeah, So anyway.
I don't know. I can't get it right. Anyway.
Okay,
Here's
well,
us in fancy dress.
Okay, yes. So the last night we had a gala, and our wonderful hostess Fiona. You got to see Fiona. I think maybe you got to see some of her shows. Fiona Kennedy. This is a Clark Tartan, and we borrowed. This is her husband's clan, and we borrowed those from her so that we could fit in and look all cute. And there's me and Verlin. We were playing a song for Fiona's she does a kitchen concert every Monday. And I think I put that up. There she is. She's such a doll. And there's Paul Anderson in the background. And man, we had fun with these people. Paul wrote me a song, and it's on YouTube if you look for it. Just look under Paul Anderson Fiddler, and you'll be able to find it. And he asked me to name it, so I haven't named it yet, but I'm going to come up with something good. And that's the whole class that we took over there, along with the family that we were staying with, and some of their kids are there in the front, you can see. Man, this family was phenomenal, and they were all really musical. The fellow in the white shirt there in the front, Arthur, he did a piano concert of his entire third book for us one of the afternoons, and it was so special. It was all of these kids would be practicing the piano while we were downstairs, and we would hear this beautiful music coming out. It was just like, I would like that to be my house. I could live in a castle.
How about if you had a butler?
And there's our butler, Steven. He was so amazing. For like 5 days, we could not get him to smile for anything. But finally, we figured out that he had a really, really dry sense of humor, and we learned how to make him laugh. And the night that's really serious. And then at the very end, right before our gala, the family brought in a marching pipe band, and just for us. So the drums and the pipes and coming up the driveway, and we were just standing out there like hearing something and wondering what the heck is that. And so up this big long trail comes this beautiful group of performers, and oh my gosh, I bawled my eyes out. It was fantastic. And we got to talk to them and, kind of find out how long it takes to get to be in there. I was talking to the actual, what do they call him? The drum major, I guess?
The pipe major? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but he's the fellow who sort of leads the whole thing. And I wish you could hear it because it was fantastic. You guys in the inner circle, there is going to be a video of all this stuff. Doug's been working really hard to put it together, but we took so much and we had so much fun at trying to make a concise video for you guys to see. It's been kind of difficult, especially because we've been working on other things and we're only home for a couple of days. So excuses, right? But anyway, so any of you ever been to Scotland? It's a fantastic place.
Lots of people commenting on all the pictures. How was the food? What do you think of bagpipes?
We ate haggis twice, and I like haggis, so that was fine. I think nowadays in the more posh restaurants, they put it into little balls and fry it, so it's kind of like a hush puppy, a haggis hush puppy. And that's quite delicious, I think. We ate at some nice restaurants. We met this wonderful guy named Craig, who's the kilted chef, and he talked us into singing in his restaurant, and we drove all of his people out by the end of the time because we were dancing and singing, and the folks who were left, it was one group that was, it was a birthday party, one group was an anniversary, and then there was also some younger people, and they all stayed, and we just had a gas with these people, and they basically let us take over the restaurant, and then the people from the anniversary and the people from the wedding ended up coming to our show that we did on Saturday, which was a benefit concert at St. Margaret's in Braemar. which was another just wonderful time. So, did we have a picture of the whole gang from Braemar?
You know, we didn't, but I noticed that Mark put up here that some of that show is on YouTube. So if you look around. you
Oh,
can
really?
find
From the Braemar
Yeah.
thing? Oh, that's really cool. So, yeah, we had a wonderful time there at this beautiful old church with just great acoustics. It was like the best bathroom I ever sang in. And, yeah, so anyway, so I'll stop going on and on about it, but we had a wonderful time and we made some really, really good friends. I'm hoping that Paul and Fiona will come over here and we'll get the whole group back together. We'll get the band back together. So anyway, hope you guys are all doing good. And I have like been reading all the comments, so just know that, you know, when I'm on planes and riding in the car and stuff like that, we're catching up with things there. So if you want to comment or tell me something that I am not hearing right this second, I'll be reading them tomorrow when I'm at the airport. So, but I thought I would not do a real long one today for you, just since I was blabbing, but I think I'm just going to finish up with an oldie goldie. This is once again from my stash of old songs from back in the bar days where I was playing 6 sets. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 4 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out from Kankakee, rolls along past houses, farms, and fields, passing towns that have no name, graveyards full of old black men, and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are ya? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done, dealing card games with the old man in the club card. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds a bottle, feel the wheels rumbling beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rail is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Well, it's nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning, through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. And the sun, let all the towns and people seem fade into a bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again, the passengers will please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm a native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 1,000,000 miles when the race is won. Ooh. Yeah. Anyways, Thank y'all for tuning in, and cold's gone. Gonna be all better by tomorrow, and by the time I'm singing on Friday night, it's all gonna be piece of cake. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be thinking about you this week. I hope it's a great one. Take care.